What it is, what it do, Gorilla Crew, it's your boy gorillaphent here, and today we are talking about the devs live stream. The news is in, the goody good is coming in. Wow, it was a good dev stream. They did it all. They covered it all. They can't get any better. I mean, well, they can, but it's a great start. It's a good step in the right direction. What I mean by that, I have my notes here, so I gotta look at my notes. I got little cue cards, and I'm just gonna shuffle through them. But so the gear, like you remember in the previous dev stream before this one, they had said how gear is gonna be completely rebalanced. It's gonna be like playing a new game. And indeed, as we all know, if you're trying to level a new character, it is a pain in the dick to play any mode that's against real people because Jesus gear score served me up in fashion. But they've changed it now. They're changing it now. To have great gear is actually pretty damn good. They've actually, there was a graph if you saw the stream, or if you want me to put a picture of the graph, I can put it up. I might just throw it up just as a quick little thing. But before, it was more of a linear type thing. It was like, you know, the higher rep you got, the better the gear got, and it was just kind of like, yeah, you're kind of screwed. Now they've added like a little smooth little curve to it. So now it's kind of like a girl with a big butt and an A cup. You know, it's all in the front end, well, on the back end, and then it's the A cup up top. You get what I'm saying here? So when you get a new character and you're leveling them up and you're going through the grind and the 108s, which is now, I forgot what it said the new gear score was, but I know the new gear level is 19, which is pretty cool, but I don't want to try to figure out math and quote exactly what it might be. But now if you're a gray gear score, you actually stand a chance due to the fact gray gear is now good gear. They've changed how it works. They've changed the makeup of it as far as in the top of line gear is still good. Don't get me wrong, but the growth of it isn't as drastic as it was or as it is now. Where now it's pretty much like you get the good shit the higher you go, and it's just like through the roof. Now it's kind of more of a like, all right, it's a nice little curve. You know, you're pretty good at gray. Let's move up to blue a little bit. Curve starts to flatten out. Not completely flat to where it's pointless to get it, just cosmetics, but to a point where it's like doable. You're happy. You're standing a chance. You're in there. As they said during the stream, that they wanted to be a more skill-based game and not so gear dependent. Also, with this new gear change, they've also got rid of some of the feats, well, some of the, as I'll call them, the shit we don't care nothing about, and I gladly give it a negative. You know what I mean? If you were playing a, you know, let's say Warlord, as you see in this video, I don't care anything about feat, you know, cooldown reduction. So obviously when I'm putting my character together, that's obviously the first thing I'm gonna negative for whatever category that's in, because I only have one feat that I use, like, and it's just tier 4 feat. And I'm not gonna get like 3 or 4 of those in a game. So they've taken that out of the game. That's gone. Sprint speed's gone. Block damage resistance is also gone. And I cannot remember the last one, but yeah, so they got rid of that. Oh, throw distance, because once again, if you were like a PK, for example, or a Warlord, like in the video, you just sacrifice that stuff because, you know, you didn't need it. And so they got rid of those completely. They've divided attack and defense between the 6 pieces of gear now. So you'll have, it's kind of like in a MOBA game where you have like a gauntlet, obviously would be, well, let's say shoulder pads, for example. They wouldn't help your attack, they would help your defense. You see what I'm saying? So that's kind of how they've separated the gear. They have certain gear like your sword, because they showed an example, your sword and so on. You have 3 pieces of gear that boost attack, and you have 3 pieces of gear that boost defense. And when they got rid of these, they added in some new stuff. They added in defense penetration, which if you go on a heavy character and you're trying to like focus on defense, because they actually add a stat value to the gear, a percentage of X gives you X% on top of blah, 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 which is what we've needed, which to me opens up a huge array under the whole, you know, you have 3 custom, you know, layouts. When you get to prestige, you open up the 3 customs. We can have 3 different loadouts. The fact that you can add a value to it now, see the value, gives you potential to have different builds for different game modes. Also with the new gear, the penalty is more noticeable than it was before. And they also have gear that's all positive, but moderate gain. That to me just breeds a land of multiple builds under your character for whatever mode you might be in, whether it be elimination, dominion, skirmish, whatever the mode might be. The fact is you can have different builds. You can have a warden, for example, and he's just pluses across the board. I mean, he's not hitting for 137 damage, but if he's hitting for a consistent 80, that's a lot of damage on the top heavy, you know, a consistent amount of the time with him being revenge, you know. He's not, like I say, it's not like overly over the top where it's maxed out, but if it's just middle of the road, a consistent damaging build, which is good, and I'm glad they kind of focused in on that, because I felt it was weird that you would have a gear and it would be max attack, and it's like, well, why would I want anything else? Or you would be max defense, and it's like, well, why would I want anything? Well, you know, what's the stat? What's the point of having a max attack build and a max defense build? Well, now, it's actually a point there. The defense penetration, once again, that's from what they said, is to help when a low gear score goes up against a higher gear score, to close that gap a little bit, because if they're focused on defense and your defense penetration, you're taking advantage of the fact that they're focused on defense, and in doing so you could do more damage or something of that nature to, in a sense, win the fight. They might be a max gear score and you might be a level prestige level 1, but that defense penetration can help close the gap and give you the upper hand in that fight. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. They rebalance it. I'm looking forward to it. The penalties are going to be very noticeable. I mean, it's to the point where it's like, because they've lumped some together as far as like stats go. Like they've lumped like stamina cost reduction and stamina regen together on the same piece of gear. They've lumped together like what, revenge gain and revenge attack on the same piece of gear. So it's gonna be interesting to see like what we're gonna pick here. Like, what are you gonna do? You know, like, and now with the noticeable penalty, can you imagine like exhaustion recovery might actually have to become a thing if you don't, like, you know, manage your stamina, or, you know, you might actually have to, because the penalty might be so great that you're sitting here on the gray screen for like ever, like, if, you know, a minute or something, so you just lose your mind. So for all of my ungeared people out there, life just became a little bit easier, but you know, you still have to get the skills and the fundamentals down. To upgrade gear costs less, which I think they're doing that, which is kind of good, because they've added this new, you know, epic level of orange gear, and they didn't, I guess in a sense, they didn't want to raise the cost too high because it's new. So what they did was they lowered the cost on the tiers below it, and it's a little bit higher than what we're currently paying now to get a 108 character. It's like a little bit higher than that from what they said on the stream. So that's pretty good. So that means if you're coming up and you get the Prestige 3, it's a little bit cheaper for you to get the 108 than it was before. So if you had a 108 on another character, you know the pain in the ass and you know the cost, well, that's gonna be a little bit cheaper. And to, you know, once you go, because you start on like an orange gear at Prestige 5, I want to say. So once you get to Prestige 5, that's when you start going to the orange gear, but it's gonna cost a little bit more than what you're used to now if you ever got a 108 character. So, and I mean, that's understandable because the new level of 19. Also, which is, you know, pretty cool. I was happy with the stream. It was a good stream for me. I enjoyed it. Also, they added some new weapons, new armors. I mean, okay. I mean, I guess. I mean, I think everybody's more excited about the new characters than anything new for an old character. As I said, the orange gear becomes available at Rep 5, which is pretty cool. You know, you now have, like, I would say, like, for me myself, my warlord is already Rep 5. So what I would probably spend my time doing is getting my PK at Rep 5 as well. So if I wanted to get her to, you know, the score so you can get the new max level gear score, I can already have that done and ready and waiting. And you know, I'm just waiting on it to get, you know, I'm just waiting on May 16th then. They're also giving us, you know, a little gifty gift with the new season. They're giving us 4 scavenge packs. They're giving us a permanent, I repeat, permanent, be there forever, 25% increase on XP. So it's going to actually help you get the new characters leveled up faster. They're giving you 12 days of champion status, which is amazing. So now you're getting the 25 that's set in stone, and then you're getting 10% on top of that with the 12-day champion status. That's more than enough time for you to get at least one of the new characters, at least to 108, if not to the new high-level guild score whatever that might be, because I don't feel like doing math. As I said, the new level gear, epic, is 19. We saw pictures of that. They talked about, you know, the new maps. They showed the little pretty pictures of the new maps and things of that nature. It looked interesting. They are Dominion maps, which I'm happy about, because I would hate to have new maps and it only be for like duels or skirmish or elimination, because, you know, I feel cheated. So I'm interested to see the layout completely of how Dominion is going to be set up on these new maps. I wonder, are they going to come with like a new map design, or is it just going to be these same old set, you know, 3 points across, or either a home, you know, spawn point and an away, well, cap point, I mean, a home cap point and an away cap point. So I'm interested to see that. They did touch on the bugs that they're, you know, working on fixing, or should have fixed by the time all this release. As some of you know, the guard feint, like, you know, where they show they're going into an attack and then the indicator says attack, but then they guard break you. They're looking into fixing that. Unlock tech, we all know about Nobushi's unlock tech, where you just get fucking step slash step slash into fucking her zone attack forever. And you're just sitting there like, oh my god, this is my life right now, because, you know, you want to parry, but it's just not there. Shigogi used to have it as well. I think he still has some unlock tech. Conqueror had it before to do more damage, but they kind of took it away. Warlord, I think he does more damage if he stays locked on if he does the unlock tech. So they're handling that. And the Warden shoulder bash target switch, they're handling that, because apparently that's a bug, the fact that he can charge shoulder bash, let her rip, and change targets in midair, some shit, I don't know. Certain bugs, like I said, I'm a filthy casual, so certain bugs I know of, and certain bugs I'm like, damn, who did what? You know what I mean? It's like you just got told on the job. It's like, oh my god, he did what? Shayla, ain't no way he was doing that. Oh my god. So sometimes when I hear about some of the bugs in the game, I'm like, oh my god, Shayla. So they're handling all that, and, you know, I'm excited about those changes, and I'm excited about what's coming. Also, they announced what the little global event was, which you probably seen today when I post this video. It's 2K steel to do the little brawl joint, so I'll probably do like a brawl or two, so I can get my 2K steel and just be sitting on. I'm pretty much gonna be sitting on steel until new stuff drop. Like I said, you get 4 scavenger crates. Like for me, this is like, what do I do? You know, what do I do when the new characters come? Do I go spend like, do I go buy like 15 crates and try to get like max gear score gray and start leveling them, or like, what do I do here? Like, I don't even know. Like before, you know, you did not spend a dime on a character until they got to Prestige 3. You didn't give them no outfits. You didn't give them no emotes. You didn't give them no execution. You didn't do none of that stuff until they got to Prestige 3. Then they earned the right. You take them to 108. You go buy all the goodies, all the emotes, all the executions, all the skins. Oh yeah, we got new Mystic skins. Very disappointing. Very disappointing. Well, for me, I was disappointed. I seen them shits and I was like, it looks like a Earthling trying to become a Super Saiyan. Whack as hell. But you know, that's just my opinion. You know, I'm pretty sure the dev team worked really hard, you know, putting fireflies around the knights and putting some bats around the Vikings and putting some butterflies around the ninjas, I mean the samurai. I'm pretty sure, you know, they stayed up all night. It's probably a very tedious task to put little butterflies flapping their wings, flying around a non-moving character. Yeah. So, yeah. Anywho, so the new skin stuff. But anyway, so like now with this new, you know, big booty Judy, when, you know, the bottom's big and the top's a little scrawny, I'm confused. Like with a new character, if I want to break in a new character, should I go ahead and max out his common gear score? Like, should I go ahead and get the build, stay with it? Because like the way it's scaled, I mean, a Prestige 0 max gray score is equivalent probably to like, or pretty damn close to a Prestige 2 max blue score by accident. You see what I'm saying? And it's like the gap isn't isn't just like mind-numbingly astounding anymore. It's just like, okay, you know. So it's like I'm just curious on what direction am I supposed to take when I'm, you know, getting a new character. Should I take it the direction of the way we used to do it, or should I just take it in a new direction, max him out before I even start playing him to get a good feel for what he could be like once he gets to you know, new max level, max gear score. So you know, I'm interested in that dynamic of what to do. I mean, it'd be pretty cool just to change things up. I'm glad that they did notice that, you know, it's sad that you have a game that's punishing to learn a new character. Like literally you would be getting punished for trying to learn someone new, and for them addressing that. I like the approach they did. They took it more of a MOBA type strat, like as far as like, you know, assigning values and this, that, and the other. So that was good, you know, kind of, you know, it makes you think a little bit when you're building your character. And like I said, I really think now that kind of sets up the gateway for a reason to have 3 slots with 3 different built characters. Because now you're actually going to want it, you know, just based on the mode. Because like I said, you have just an all-around balanced, complete character. Like he has no penalty, he has no overwhelming stat. He's just the complete epiphany of balance, and he's good in every game mode, and that's just what you play forever. So also they decreased. Well, no, yeah, they decreased the windows of how long you would get X number of gear. Before, they showed a graph showing like from what prestige, well, what rep to what rep you would get gray gear, from what rep to what rep you would get blue, and so on and so forth for purple, and now they added orange, so it actually decreased it. So like you don't get common gear as long as you did before. You don't get blue gear as long as you did before. Like once you get to rep 5, all you get is purple or orange gear. And also, I think that affects the crates. So if you open up a crate at rep 5, I think all you're getting is purple and orange out of it. I don't think you're getting blue anymore. Because I'm pretty sure if the highest you can get is orange, then boom. And after rep 7, I want to say all you get is orange. You don't get any more purple, which is, you know, interesting. So, you know, I think it was a good idea that they did that, you know. Just letting us in, you know, behind the closed doors. You know, letting us in the showers when no one's supposed to be back there. So, you know, it's interesting, but I feel once they get a lot of connectivity issues under wraps, that the moves they have made as a studio are moves in the right direction. And, you know, we might be able to stick around a little bit longer with For Honor being our shiz naive for a little bit longer. I'm excited. They also played the trailer of Centurion and the Shinobi. That we could all get to see some actual gameplay of them. I'll leave the links for those 2 trailers if you haven't seen them down below so you guys can see them. Because, you know, they're pretty good. They're pretty interesting. It wasn't like, to me, it didn't look like actual visual in-game gameplay. It kind of looked like a cinema type gameplay, but it kind of opened up some questions. Definitely with the Centurion punching someone in the face 17 times with the, you know, butt of his sword. That really was like, huh? You know what I'm saying? It's like, what are you doing, buddy? You know. So we'll see how that works. And I swear it looks like the damn Shinobi is like teleporting everywhere. So they're gonna put like, was this just an example of how bad the lag is, that people just teleport, or is like the Centurion gonna? I mean, is the Shinobi gonna literally hit part of his kit is teleporting to hit you? If so, interesting. So we'll see how it goes. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. You know, I'm kind of new to this whole recapping the dev streams and just giving my insight and my 2 cents on it. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it was insightful. If you didn't hear it or if you missed something, I hope I covered it. And let me look over my notes. I'm pretty sure I covered all the topics. So, hope you guys enjoyed it. I enjoyed bringing it to you. Let me know what you think about it in the comments down below. Make sure you cut that little bell on so you can always get notified when I upload, because I do upload daily. And I hope you guys have a great day, and most importantly, be blessed. As always, peace to you. Love you guys later.